The Berserk operating system is underplayed and underrated in Cyberpunk 2077, most likely because it was pretty substandard before the 2.0 update. But now, currently as of the 2.21 update, it's pretty powerful, allowing those who just want pure chaos by throwing hands and using melee weapons to destroy their enemies. So in this video, I'll go through its lore, how it might work in the real world using science, and where you can find it in-game and play tactics. Feel free to use the timestamps to jump to your preferred section. Now, let's get into it. Interestingly, the Berserk Cyberware does not appear in any sourcebook for Cyberpunk, including Cyberpunk 2020, the tabletop RPG, and Cyberpunk Red, which we would normally refer to for some extra details. Instead, it was simply introduced into the universe via Cyberpunk 2077 as an operating system Cyberware players could choose, an original creation by CDPR. It is similar, however, to other cyberware that enhances the user's physical capabilities, like other boosterware, and gives the effect of a combat drug like Black Lace, while Cyberpunk Red includes various boosterware and neuralware modules that enhance aggression, strength, and pain resistance. The specific concept of a Berserk mode as seen in Cyberpunk 2077 is very unique. So what is Berserk doing? Hypothesis time, but Berserk isn't just brute force. It seems to be a highly invasive neuromodulator system that overrides your normal brain-body feedback loop. What do we mean by this? Well, instead of enhancing perception like the Sendevastan, it would likely hijack adrenaline, muscle contraction efficiency, and pain-gating mechanisms. It's not just boosting your body, it's rewriting your state of mind by artificially manipulating the brain's chemical environment to put you into a hyper-aggressive, pain-suppressed, high adrenaline combat state. You can see why a lot of Militech operatives have this. It would be very useful in war. Think of it as putting your brain in a fight or die trance, only there's no crash after because the implant controls the biochem drop. The Berserk's effects are insane, but I think the most notable is that it doesn't let your health drop or fall below a certain percentage, which might mean that some form of cellular regeneration takes place. Users are still taking damage, but the Berserk functionally makes them immortal for a short period of time, which may be possible in a world where nanite research is prevalent. Just my note, but if there was an anime behind Berserk, it might be as popular as the Sandy. Anyway, so how would the Cyberware be installed? Like many other cyberware, it would likely be installed by the neural socket, a direct component plugged directly into the cerebellum and motor cortex, probably via the spinal interface near C1 and C3 of the top of the spine. This allows for tight feedback between motion and perception. Berserk is about aggression, so a chip implanted near the hypothalamus or adrenal glands used to modulate hormonal surges like adrenaline and cortisol. To even use the Berserk, a user would have to have an enhanced frame or enhanced muscles to be able to deal with the stress that it does to the body. This cyberware is designed for combat and was likely introduced during wartime. We hear from characters like Mitch and Johnny that soldiers were on a chemical cocktail during the war. Berserk may have served as another tool to create a killing machine on the battlefield. There are 4 manufacturers of the Berserk. BioDyne, known for advanced cyberlin development and nanite research. Militech, a Swiss cyberware manufacturer known for full-body conversions. Zetatech specializes in wetware, computer hardware, and software design. Militech specializing in weapons manufacturing and private military contracting. Berserk decks can be purchased from any ripper, but shout out to the tombs who go to Vic. First, we have the BioDyne Berserk. This is a crit focused Berserk. You're turning into a brutal glass cannon, perfect for blaze and fast melee weapons. It offers a high crit damage and crit chance. Very good for those starting out as well, with high attack speed of 15 to 30%. Militech Berserk. Another great piece of cyberware, but this has a different perk. With this, you are able to install it with the lowest cyberware capacity. No crit bonuses, no speed bonuses, and has the shortest cooldown potential of 25 seconds. So you're able to activate it more, but at the same time, you do not possess the same crit bonuses as say the BioDyne Berserk. It's still powerful and a great starter cyberware. The Zetatech Berserk has a cool perk. Not only does it allow a 10 to 20% attack speed depending on the tier and a reduction in full damage of 20 to 30%, allowing for an even greater increase in damage. Now we get to the iconic piece of Berserk wear, the Militech Berserk. It allows users to be invulnerable during activation, and it grants a 15 to 20% bonus to movement speed. It also favors if you activate it at a lower health, as it gives you a bonus of up to 50% damage. But at the same time, it is balanced by having the highest cyberware capacity cost at 35 points. This is a military grade piece of cyberware. You're invincible, you move faster and deal more damage when near death. It rewards a high risk, low health playstyle and is ideal for tanks or last man standing scenarios. Here are some cyberware that I think work particularly well with the Berserk. First, we have the Stabber, a type of nervous system cyberware. It increases crit chance by 10 to 20% with blaze and throwable weapons, which is essential for the Berserk cyberware to function at its maximum, as it only lets you use melee weapons and your hands. It also gives you an extra 0.1% critical chance per reflex attribute, which you will most likely spec into, as you would like to move faster to get to your enemies to show them your hands. It also increases your melee damage resistance, as you'll be getting close and personal with your enemies. And it also increases your melee damage, so that is also great. When paired with the Berserk operating system, which amplifies physical prowess and melee capabilities, Stabber further boosts the lethality of close quarters combat. The enhanced critical chance complements Berserk's damage output, making each strike more devastating. Next, we have the ADRENALINE CONVERTER, another nervous system cyberware. Because your playstyle with the Berserk is likely that you are going to run up to your enemies as soon as the fight starts, the ADRENALINE CONVERTER allows you to move faster for 3 to 9 seconds upon entering combat. It increases your speed by a 20 to 40% depending on the tier of cyberware. And seeing as you want to dispose of your enemies very quickly while in your Berserk state, this is a great piece of cyberware that goes along with it. Speed is essential for builds that are quick melees. Integrating the ADRENALINE CONVERTER with the Berserk system creates a formidable combination. As Berserk enhances melee damage and resilience, the ADRENALINE CONVERTER ensures swift engagement, allowing the user to close distances rapidly and capitalize on Berserk's offensive boost. When it comes to what skills you should spec, I recommend pairing your Berserk with the middle tree in reflexes, allowing you to dash and move faster to get to your enemies, and then the middle and right tree in strength, giving you increased damage with blunt weapons, as well as a generally increased damage output, even when you are not using the Berserk deck, so you stay formidable even during its cool off. When used correctly, you'll be able to sustain an onslaught of attacks. And that's it. The Berserk deck is truly powerful when used for chaos, but let me know and others know how you might play it if you already use it, and how you might spec it if you use the Cyberware. Until next time, Nova out.